cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail, hippity-hopping, Easter's on its way.
Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. Cindy Dole here.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
Yeah, I see you kind of like, you got a little
bippity-boppity
in your...
Isn't it fun to hear that old
It is
music?
fun.
It was such a
Little
different
Gene
time.
Autry.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Yeah, love it.
Makes you happy. And who doesn't feel happy when you think about the egg hunt? When I just drive around schools, because they usually have those egg hunts kind of like the whole week leading up to Easter.
Right.
And isn't it cute to see the kids all running around?
It's
like,
cute, and you brought up a great idea to keep the kids from competing, because it's always the older guy gets the highest
And
ones
they
in the
cry.
tree, and then they cry, and then they're hopped up on the chocolate, and then it just turns into some kind of a nightmare. So tell us about this idea. I think it's great.
It's one of the ideas. I mean, you can go any way. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. But this one particular suggestion for the how to have an egg hunt is, instead of having people search for the most eggs, just get all the eggs. Get as many eggs as you can.
Right.
But the prize is, later they find out, Susie finds out that her color was pink, and Brian finds out that his color was green, and that's when you then find out the winner. So the winner is named after the fact. It isn't like how many eggs you find. Because then, too, if it's multiple ages, sometimes younger kids might feel like they can't get as many as a little bit older kids, right?
Yeah, or the other idea is to just assign a color for each kid, so that as they're going out looking,
they know
they are only getting the green
They
ones.
know. They could do that.
I think that's a good idea,
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And have you used plastic eggs before?
All the time, and then we put stuff inside the plastic
Now, what do you
eggs.
put inside?
Well, we put, Hershey's Kisses or jelly beans, or even sometimes Clues to go to the next level.
Gift certificates to Tiffany's?
Exactly. And a brand new Honda Civic. Oh, my goodness. Look what you've won.
You don't have car keys in those?
Yeah.
Come on. But why not have little coupons and things? I mean, or how about if you're on a budget, why not, instead of the coupon being a material thing, it's, hey, you get to now have an hour with Dad in the garage, just our time, or you know what I mean? A time thing.
To my 13-year-old, guess what? You get to stay here still.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You have you've won babysitting privileges.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think those are fun ideas. Or coins and stickers.
Yeah, I love the gold coins. Those are cute.
That's kind of a cute thing to put
Right.
inside the plastic eggs. Another really cool way to have an egg hunt is to make it almost like a pirate scavenger hunt. Have you ever done that? Because you're so good with drawing up designs and things,
Right,
like a
right.
map.
That's great. It's a cute idea.
Like a map of the yard.
And you know what I love about the whole thing? It's just establishing these traditions. And my dad, bless his heart.
What was his tradition?
So I'm probably a sophomore in college from the University of Colorado. I come home Easter break, and sure enough, my dad is creeping in with a little Easter basket.
Oh.
And I wake up. I think I'd been out partying the night before. I'm just like, hey, Dad. He's like, shh, the Easter bunny's here.
Oh, but wouldn't you miss it if it hadn't
Yeah,
happened?
it's so sweet. It's a
Yeah.
really nice tradition. It's great.
I think my dad was the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, the Easter bunny, quote unquote, that came in the middle of the night delivered a basket, but we had to try to find where the Easter bunny had left the basket. So you had two hunts. You had the hunt for the Easter eggs later, but first thing in the morning was the hunt for your basket with the candy.
Oh, that's great.
Because it prolongs the,
Sure.
it's all about the hunts
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
fun, right?
I tell you, I've kind of been hustled. I think it's also a sign of the times in the economy. The tooth fairy.
Oh, geez.
For us, it used to be a quarter. We're up to $5 a tooth on these guys. Somehow they negotiated. They had a great attorney, and we're dropping $5 a tooth. It's killing me.
Jeez.
I know.
Thank goodness it's not a gold
You know what
tooth.
it was? I think none of us had $1, and so somebody had a $5 in the wallet, and it just became like, hey, I thought it was $5.
And who did this?
I think Amy or I. One of us. We only had $5.
So now they expect more.
So now they got. It's like contract negotiation. It's,
Well, they're done with their losing the teeth, though, aren't they?
Well, no, I still got a whole mouth of teeth left. Another $1,500 to
Well, give
come.
them a lot of chocolate for Easter,
Yeah,
and you'll lose their
exactly.
teeth faster, and you'll get it done with. Oh, I'm just kidding. But I like the idea of you drawing a map, almost like a pirate's map of your yard. You could even use a real map and then put pirates' X's in certain.
That's a great idea. I'm going to do that.
And that is a tip.
That's a great idea.
That's the tip where the great eggs might be, but they
Yeah.
have to find the map, and maybe there's clues, too. You could even dig holes in the ground to bury.
And maybe there's a drunken pirate out there named Dad going, "Arr!" like that.
Well, as long as it's later in the afternoon.
That's
please.
right, around 5-ish, 5:30.
Oh my goodness! So I think scavenger hunts and all these are really cool.
I agree.
Okay, how about making it more like for adults as well as for kids? And you really set some ground rules, but it's like an obstacle course.
Okay.
How about that?
So how do you see that playing out?
Well, so it's an obstacle hunt, and if you have, especially if you have a big backyard, or you could go to a park,
Uh-huh.
right? And by the way, speaking of today's weather, you want to always have a rain backup plan because all those kids that think
Oh,
they're going to
yeah.
have an egg hunt and it's rainy, you can't,
And then you got it
sloshing.
all. It's all in the
You
house.
know, you got to have another.
Yeah.
But anyway, if let's assuming it's all great and sunny, and for this obstacle hunt, for example, you would just like an obstacle course race have activities that are interspersed with the egg collecting.
I see.
So you could have them where they stop at one point and they have to thread a needle, and they only can run to get the next egg until the timer goes off. And so it's like a start and stop and start and stop.
You know what I love about that? There's a certain genius to you.
They're
and I'll
getting
tell you what it
tired.
is. They're not only are they getting tired, but they're burning off some of the crazy
See?
sugar from all the
So
chocolate.
it's like a run, stop, and you come
Look,
up with
I
some
like
little.
that. I'm going to do that one too.
Yeah.
What are you? Some kind? Are you making the home and life improvement thing happen in my life too? Look
Well,
at you.
you're making it in mine, so
How do you
come
do
on,
these
back
things?
at
You're like
you,
a
pal.
wizard.
You are.
Oh.
Okay. How about another good idea is to have, getting back to the pirate thing, the puzzle treasure thing, you can use an actual puzzle, and you can buy blank puzzles. Are you
That's
with me?
cool. I totally yes. Keep going.
So you'd have like,
wait. Where do you get the blank puzzle? Do you have a place to get it? I'm going to look at that
there's
one.
some different websites.
Okay.
You might want to try a site that I found called creativekidsathome.com.
Okay.
But basically, you take the puzzle apart and you put one or two pieces of the puzzle in the plastic egg. So
Okay.
again, you're prolonging the energy and activity burning and all that, right?
Right.
And so the kids are now looking for the eggs, but then inside they find the puzzle, and then they have to put the puzzle
And if they
together.
put the puzzle together, guess what they get?
They get a prize.
They get a solid chocolate bunny.
Now you're with me. See?
Now, question.
Uh-huh.
Did you bite the ears off first when you first got that thing?
Absolutely.
I
And the
know.
foot.
Terrible.
Oh, and I love this one, hunting in the dark. This would be really fun for
Oh,
adults.
yeah, with the headlamps.
With the headlamps.
That'd be so great.
And then you can actually get it, as you know, glow-in-the-dark paint.
Mm.
So all those eggs are now glowing in the dark, and you got a little flashlight, and you have a slumber party. Wouldn't that be cool?
That's a great
for your
idea.
backyard Easter egg hunt.
yeah.
And then I also love the idea of the message. I mean, we talked about stuffing things in the plastic eggs, but why not have a meaningful message, or actually put like a number and some other kind of an Easter story inside, like a paragraph of a story or a poem inside these eggs, and then everyone sits down afterwards and they have to tell the story together, and they're called upon to read part of the
And
story.
you could even build self-esteem in there, and you could put messages like, your butt doesn't
You're a
look big in
star.
those pants.
No,
You're better than
you're
that.
just big boned. and people like you, that kind
That's
of
right,
stuff.
yeah, you're
Come
a winner.
on. You are.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're like I don't know. You're a little fairy.
You're an Easter genius.
And then you can also do egg piñatas. Now, this sounds a little more complicated. I don't know if I'd want to do this one, but, it might be your thing, where basically you cut long strings of ribbon,
Mm-hmm.
and then you open up an egg and put candy inside, and now you're going to then close it up, and then the egg is going to have two pieces of ribbon hanging out of it, and then you use one end of the ribbon to attach it to a tree. So now you can just picture, you're surrounded by all
Hanging
these sea
eggs.
urchins, hanging
Yeah,
eggs,
yeah.
and that they're going to reach for these little mini piñatas, and you could do it in different ways.
Yeah.
And then they crack them open, and then there's the candy
Yeah,
falls
that
on the
one's
ground.
I'm not doing that.
It's a little
That's
bit much.
That's too much work for me.
Yeah, but you are going to do the gold leaf eggs.
I'm
you
doing.
think?
Here's what I'm doing. You ready?
Okay.
Gold leaf eggs,
Mhm.
scavenger hunt,
Okay.
oil in the dye eggs to make it look like stone,
That make the marbled effect.
and I'm going to try the chocolate one.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll have to take
And
pictures.
I'm going to use dark chocolate too. By the way, you know why?
Because you're a dark chocolate guy.
Heart healthy.
Because what?
Heart healthy.
Antioxidants.
Antioxidant rich. So while I'm
Well, see,
while I'm
exactly.
growing my rear end,
The chocolate biz always
my
comes
heart
out.
is beating stronger and better than ever.
I mean, isn't that true? Every Easter they come out and say, chocolate's good. It really
they
is.
sure that's
Yeah.
well, yeah, they do.
Well, anyways, we segue into our second hour. Speaking of chocolate and food, we're going to talk with a guy who really is the king of sweet heat, Jeffrey Sod. You see him on TV. Just a fun, awesome guy.
Great guy.
And he's going to help us really experience our kitchen and our home like a chef would. And what kind of herbs and flavors and things should we load up in
By
our
the
pantry?
way, hello, I'm growing herbs now.
Are
he's
you?
gonna help. He's gonna guide me.
Okay, all
I'm gonna
right.
ask him some questions.
Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. That's Eric singing a little Fix It Man for
That's
you.
me.
Home Wizards, Hour 2 coming your way after this on KFWB News Talk 980.